Hi guys, welcome back. Today I have a lot of things to share with you guys, and I just want to use this little opportunity to say thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. Like, I can't believe I already have almost 100 subscribers as at the time doing this video. It means a lot to me because in real life I don't really have a lot of people. I don't really have a lot of friends, so it's surprising that I already have almost 100 subscribers, and I hope by the time this video drops I already have 100 subscribers. Amen. I just want to say thank you to you guys for subscribing, for watching my videos, for taking time out to like and share. It means a lot to me, guys, and I hope you guys are doing fine wherever you are, wherever you're watching from. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today, guys, I want to share some things about the country I live in. I live in Nigeria. If you don't know, I live in Lagos, Nigeria, and I just want to compare two states. Okay, one is a state, then the other one is a federal capital. I want to compare those two places because those are like the most visited places in Nigeria, for people living in Nigeria and for people visiting Nigeria, and also Nigerians living in diaspora. Lagos is one of the most, I think it's actually the most populated place in Nigeria right now, or I think it's Kano. Okay, so but Lagos is one of the most populated places in Nigeria. Lagos is like the economic warehouse, I don't know if that is what it's called, of Nigeria. That is like the most happening place in Nigeria, if I do say so myself. And I want to take time to compare this place, Lagos and Abuja. Anyone coming to Nigeria for the first time always wants to visit Lagos or wants to visit Abuja. I don't know, reasons best known to them, I think, is because that is the most widely spread place. I don't know if that English is correct, but that is the most that is where you see on the internet. Like, you see Lagos on the internet, you see Abuja on the internet a lot. You see things, you hear things about those places on the internet. So I think those are the places people really know. And I've lived in Lagos. I was born in Lagos. I grew up in Lagos. I went to my secondary school in Lagos. Even part of my university was in Lagos. Then I served in Abuja for a year, and I was opportunity to live in Abuja for close to 2 years, so I can weigh my options if I want to live anywhere in between Lagos and Abuja. And I can also like share my experiences to people that intend on living in Nigeria for the first time, or people that live in Nigeria but don't live in these two states and want to relocate to one of those states. So Lagos is one of the 36 states in Nigeria, and Abuja is a federal capital territory, which makes it 37. And Lagos used to be the capital of Nigeria up until 1991, December 1991, when it was moved to Abuja. So I'm going to be talking about the cost of living in Abuja and the cost of living in Lagos. So if you decide to live in Nigeria anytime in your life after watching this video, or if you just come across this video and you intend on relocating somewhere in Nigeria, you can consider Lagos and Abuja. So cost of living in Lagos. Let's start with accommodation. Accommodation, I can't really say one is more expensive than the other one, because just like in Lagos we have the mainland and we have the island. I don't know who named it that. I don't know how that name came about, but it has always been like that since I was born, and I think before then. We have the mainland and we have the island. The island is where the people, the high class live, and people that earn well, or people that are rich. Let's just leave it simple like that. The rich people live, most of the rich people live on the island. Not all the rich people live on the island, because there are so many very rich people, like extremely rich people, that don't live on the island. They live on the mainland. The island is like the water side of Lagos, because we have the lagoon in Lagos. We have a very big lagoon in Lagos that divides the island from the mainland. So after crossing a part of the lagoon, you get to the island, and coming back to the other side is the mainland. So the island happens to be the expensive part of Lagos. So if we want to compare, we can't really compare that. We can't really say this side is more expensive than the other side. We can't really say Abuja is more expensive than Lagos, because same happens in Abuja. In Abuja, there is like the place they call the town, and the place they call, maybe I think, the outskirts or something like that. The town is where the rich people live, people that can afford to pay high rents. They live in the town, just like the island in Lagos. People that can afford to like pay high rent, or people that can afford to buy very expensive houses stay on the island. And also people that can afford to pay expensive money to buy houses in Nigeria, in Abuja rather, they stay in the towns because it's close to everything. You can access anything in the town. It's easier for you to access the market. It's easier for you to access the shopping malls. It's easier for you to access cinemas and other stuff in the town in Abuja. But in Lagos, it is not like that. In Lagos, you can access in the mainland, because a lot of people, there are millions of people that live on the mainland in Lagos, because it's cheaper. It's I don't know, a lot of people, I live on the mainland, I can't afford to live on the island. So, and we have cinemas everywhere on the mainland in Lagos. There's cinemas everywhere. There are shopping malls everywhere on the mainland. So it's not just on the island, which is not like that in Abuja. In Abuja, there are places some people live in like Utako, in Jabi, in Maitama, in Apo, all those sides. You can find shopping malls almost in all these places. There's a shopping mall in Jabi, there's a shopping mall in Maitama, there's a shopping mall in Use. But in the outskirts of Abuja, you can't find shopping malls like that. You can't really find big shopping malls. Not like they are not shopping malls, they are small shopping malls, but big shopping malls, you won't really find them. So these are the things you consider when you want to live in Abuja or Lagos. In Abuja, if you really want to stay in the happening places in Abuja, you want to access the market, you want to access the shopping malls, you want to access the clubs, you want to access the cinemas, you want to access all these things. You have to decide if you really want to access all these things, if you can afford all those things and afford the rents in the town. And just like Lagos, but it's not like that in Lagos actually. Lagos, you can access everything you want to access on the mainland. So accommodation, like living in Lagos, is a bit different from living in Abuja. So people that live on the mainland, people that live in town in Abuja, they see themselves as people up there and I there. But people that live on the mainland, because there are a lot of rich people, there are a lot of celebrities that live on the mainland in Lagos. So we can't really judge those things there. But in Abuja, people that are living in Kuba, there are rich people living in Kuba. Please don't get me wrong. There are rich people living in Kuba. There are rich people living in Zuba and all those far places. But most people, because of their comfort, decide to live in town. And let me just give you a rough figure of how much rent is in Abuja town. If you want to get a self-contained, that is a one room apartment in Abuja town, it depends on where in the town you want to live. So if you're getting a one room apartment in Utako town, just be planning between 400 to 700,000. That 400 is like the lowest you can get, trust me. 400,000 naira to, let's say, 800,000 naira for a studio apartment is self-contained in Abuja town. And if you want to live in this same studio apartment or one room apartment in the outskirts of Abuja, that is the Kubwa, the Zuba, all those places, you can get something like that for 200,000. You can get something like that for 250,000, 300,000 maximum in Abuja, in outskirts of Abuja. So let's come to Lagos. In Lagos, if you want to live in so if you want to live somewhere in Lagos on the island, and you want to live in a studio apartment, which is a 1-room apartment, you will get that for between the same 400,000 to 700,000, give or take. And if you want to live in, when I mean island in Lagos, I don't mean people living in Aja and all those Songotedo, all those areas. Those sides too are very cheap. It's also part of the island, but it is very cheap there because it's like far inside. But if you want to live on the mainland in Lagos, if you want to live on the mainland, you will get, it depends on where on the mainland also. If you want to live like in Surulere, all those sides are still a bit expensive. But if you're coming down to Ojodubega, to where again can I say, to Ojodubega, to Ogba side, you can get a self-contained, a 1-room apartment for 300,000. Trust me, for 200,000 self, if you are smart. Even some places you can get for 150. Like, trust me, I tell you, I kid you not, you can get for 150 in some parts of the mainland. So that being said, let's talk about transportation. Transportation in Abuja, trust me, is extremely easy and extremely cheap. It's extremely easy and extremely cheap. In Abuja, while I was working in Abuja, while I was serving in Abuja, my house was not so far from my office. I was living in Utako and I was working in Jabi, and a cab from Utako to Jabi was 200 naira, 300. Yes, like maybe on a day where I'm rushing and I don't have time to bargain, 300 naira, I'm at the office. But this same distance in Lagos, if you're going to take a cab, you can't pay less than 500 naira or 700 naira for this same distance. You can't pay less than 500 naira, trust me. But in Abuja, you can pay 200 naira. I paid 200 naira for this same distance. Do you understand? So Jabi to Utako is not so far, but I paid 200 naira most of the time when I was working in Abuja. And also, if you're not going to take a cab, if you're going to take like a normal roadside vehicle that carries other passengers, you will, let's say you're going from town, maybe you're going from Banex or from Bega to Kubwa. I think it's 100 naira for that distance. I can't really remember, but I think it's either 100 naira or 150 for that distance. But trust me, if you're going to be entering a bus, that is a bus that carries other passengers in Lagos, for that distance, you'll be paying nothing less than 300 naira to 400 naira. Trust me, you'll be paying nothing less than 300 to 400 naira. And because before I lived in Abuja, I was living in Lagos, and when I went from Lagos to Abuja, it was a surprise to me. In Lagos, you have to struggle for buses, you have to struggle for cabs, you have to struggle for everything. Like, struggle to get, if you get to the bus stop late, you struggle to like get into the bus, all this stuff. It is not like that in Abuja. Trust me, it is not like that. In Abuja, you will be comfortable. They will even wait to pick you. They won't like insult you for entering their cabs or for entering their vehicles. Like, everybody respects everybody in Abuja. Trust me, in the buses, in the cabs in Abuja, they respect you. They respect your space. Nobody is in your business. But in Lagos, when you're in the bus in Lagos, someone can just come and tap you and say something to you, look into your phone, like you don't enjoy your space. So that is why I don't blame people that take cabs most of the time in Lagos. Cabs in Lagos are the easiest way to move around. Buses are a struggle. Trust me. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is restaurants in Abuja. Restaurants in both Abuja and in Lagos. Restaurants in Abuja are a bit, okay, they are similar depending on the kind of restaurant you're going to. If you're going to a local restaurant, Lagos is the deal. For local restaurants, Lagos is the deal. Like, in Lagos, you get in local restaurants now, you get food for you can get a complete meal for as low as 500 naira, like a complete meal with everything, beef, with rice, with plantain, whatever thing you like to eat. Even if you're eating swallow, if you're eating maybe amala, all those stuff, you can get it for as low as 500 naira, like a full meal for as low as 500 naira. But it's not like that in Abuja. In Abuja, if you are going to try a local restaurant, the cheapest, like, okay, you budget between 500 naira to 1000 naira for a full meal. I don't even think you can get a full meal for 500 naira in Abuja. In Abuja, a full meal maybe like 700 to 1000 naira. But trust me, in Lagos, you get a full meal for 500 naira, and that is if you are eating a lot. If you are eating a lot, you will get a full meal for 500 to 600 naira. But in Abuja, a full meal in a local restaurant is between 700 to 1000 naira, depending on what you're eating. So for restaurants, I mean like class restaurants, maybe you're going for dinner, you're going for other stuff, or a birthday celebration and you want to do it in a good restaurant, like high class restaurants in Abuja, you can budget between, for one person, you can budget between 5,000 naira to 10,000 naira, depending on which restaurant you are going to, from 5,000 naira to 10,000 naira, depending on the restaurant you're going to and depending on what you want to eat at that restaurant. In Lagos, if you're going to that kind of restaurant you want to go to in Abuja, like high class restaurants where you like be prim and proper, use your cutleries, use your fork and knife and other stuff in Lagos too, you can budget, for a person, you can budget between 3,500 naira to 7,000 naira, depending on what you're having too. Okay, that being said, so let me dive into the markets. Markets in Abuja are, okay, let me start from Lagos. Markets in Lagos are easily accessible. Like, you can find the market in almost everywhere you go to. There's a market on your street, there's a market in your area, there's a market 2 streets from you. It is easy, it is that easy in Lagos. You can find your tomatoes, your pepper, your meat and everything in any market you go to in Lagos. But in Abuja, especially if you are living in the town in Abuja, it is difficult to access the market. The markets in Lagos, the markets, I'm talking about food market now, the markets in towns in Abuja are a bit far from each other. You have to like go a distance before you can get the market, like the food markets. You have to go a distance for you to get a market in Abuja town. But when you get to those markets, you can find every single thing you've written on your list to buy at the market. Trust me, you can find every single thing. In Abuja markets, you can find your clothes, you can find your shoes, you can find your bags, you can find your food, you can find whatever thing you intend on buying at the market. Trust me, Abuja market is like a full shopping mall. But it is not like that in Lagos. In Lagos, the market on your street, you can't find all those things. The market, even the big markets, the only market you can find maybe your bags, your shoes, your clothing and other stuff is like the very big markets, like the Balogun market in Lagos. You can find every single thing you need at the market. But it's not like that in Lagos. In Abuja, their market, each of their markets is the market you can find anything you need to buy. Like the markets in town, from the Use market to the other markets they have, you can find whatever thing you need. Even to food, even to cooked food, you can find food in the markets. So trust me. And things in the market differ. If you're buying a tomato, if you're buying a basket of tomato in Lagos, it depends on the market you go to. If you go to markets on your street, markets 2 streets from you or other stuff, it is extremely expensive. But if you go to the big markets, you can find them at affordable prices. But in Abuja, food stuff are very cheap. I think it's because Abuja is in the northern parts and they grow food stuff in those parts of Nigeria. So it is very cheap. You can get a basket of tomato for 500 naira. Like, I mean, I don't know the way to describe the basket, but it's not the big basket, but you can get a basket of tomato for 500 naira in Abuja. And your whatever food stuff you want to buy in Abuja, trust me, it is very cheap. Schools for people that have children. Schools in Abuja, you need to be loaded to take your children to schools in Abuja. Like, schools in Abuja are very expensive. And when I mean expensive, I mean there are even some schools that their standard are not so high and they are still expensive. In Lagos, schools in Abuja, in Lagos, the schools are expensive too, but it depends on your budget. In Lagos, you can find schools within your budget. And some of those schools are still good schools. So, but in Abuja, if you want to take your children to very good schools with good standard and good teachers and other stuff, you have to have a lot of money. You have to be loaded. Like, children, even little children, like toddlers that are still growing, they will charge you a lot in Abuja schools. They will charge you a lot. Even schools that they are still coming up, that they are not so all that, they will still charge you a lot, because they know you can't afford to go to those extremely expensive schools. So they will reduce the price a bit for you, and you can at least struggle to pay. If you're not rich, you can struggle to pay for those ones. So Abuja schools are very expensive compared to Lagos schools. Shopping for clothing in Abuja is very, very expensive. Trust me, the people that sell clothing in Abuja, the people that sell your shoes, your bag, your whatever thing you want to buy from the shopping mall in Abuja, most of them come to Lagos to shop for those things and resell in Abuja. I'm telling you, that is how crazy it is. Lagos markets, Lagos shopping malls and places you can get your clothes and stuff, they are cheap. You can get your clothes as cheap as your budget. But in Abuja, it is extremely expensive. They come to Lagos, they will buy a slippers for 1,500 naira and take it to Abuja and sell for 4,000 naira. I am kidding you not. I kid you not. Trust me, they are that expensive. But if really you are living in Abuja and you want to shop and you can't afford to like buy those things, you can come to Lagos, or you can shop online and buy from Lagos markets, and they'll ship it for you. They'll bring it for you to Abuja at a very cheap price, and I can be your plug, you know. So what else? Electricity, I can't really say because I won't be a very good judge of this. The area I was staying when I was living in Abuja, we had 247 lights. Our light was for 24 hours. But in Lagos, where I stay in Lagos right now, we don't have that much lights. So I can't really say, because there are some places in Abuja too that don't have light 24/7. So I won't be a good judge of that. So it depends on the area you want to stay to. So I think I've touched on like most of the important things you would like to look at when you want to either relocate to Abuja or relocate to Lagos, or visit Lagos or visit Abuja. Okay, let me give you a last one. A last thing I would like to talk about is hotels. Hotels in Lagos and hotels in Abuja. Hotels in Lagos are okay, let me not say expensive. Hotels in Lagos, it depends on the hotel you want to stay. Some of them are expensive, some of them are cheap. And Abuja, a lot of hotels are expensive too, and some of them are also cheap. So it depends on your budget, it depends on how much you intend on spending, and it also depends on the area where the hotel is located. I don't want this video to be too long, but I think it's already seeming too long. I hope I've been able to touch on important things you would love to know about living in Abuja and living in Lagos. I just got back from Abuja, and you know, I'm still fresh. The weather in Abuja is good, guys. The weather in Abuja is very good compared to Lagos weather. Lagos weather is too harsh. Like, the sun is too harsh, and the stress in Lagos is too much. Like, guys, I even want to relocate to Abuja too. I'm thinking about it. If you have job for me in Abuja, please, please. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I actually enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys will watch it to the end and like if you love it, and share if you don't mind sharing, and please don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot to me. Please subscribe, please share with your friends, please share with your families. And if you guys want me to do more videos like this, please comment, leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what next you want me to talk about Nigeria, living in Nigeria. If I know about it, I would love to share. Please, guys, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and all the good stuff. So guys, till next time, bye.